What is going on? Welcome everybody to the Leo Mystic Heaven on Earth. And this is where we look at the astrology of the week so that we can understand as a conscious leader what is our sacred mission so that we can bring light, spirit, and love into this world. And we're looking at the astrology for the 28th of October until the 3rd of November. And it happened. We had the sun coming into Scorpio. We officially went into the underworld. This is where we as a collective are being brought into the deepest of the darkest moments of our psyche and of who we are and what we can be. And with Scorpio, we have to look at what Pluto is doing, since Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. And when we know that Scorpio is all about intensity, you'll see everything in the streets turn intense. But also your relationships, since Venus is in Scorpio, are really intense. And this is about finding the truth. This is about pushing each other to your limit. And this is where people could, shy away or just go really within themselves and not show and be stingy and be jealous and not honest. But Pluto in Capricorn, as we all know, it's been there, for a very, very long time. Pluto in Scorpio is changing the authority, is changing who is in authority here. Is changing the structure of governments. And so obviously the government, as we all know, doesn't like change that much. They're pushing change on people, but they like to have their power. And obviously Pluto is destroying that. And now with that sun in Scorpio, we're all there. We're all seeing the truths of what is going on with the governments. We're all going to see it. We're all going to see where their flaws are. We're all going to see where their strengths are. It's all going to be exposed. And why do I say that? Because the new moon on Monday, that when you were recording this, it's on Sunday, but when you're seeing this, it happened this morning. It went opposite Uranus and Taurus. And Uranus and Taurus is the new earth, is the new people, is the collective. And that new moon in Scorpio is actually a set of, okay, these are the things that are going to be exposed. And these are going to be the things the government will not be able to maintain. Whatever it is that they're holding on to, the people or the earth, for that matter, will get what is love and power for it. And whatever is not within integrity, whatever is not within the new values of the new earth, is just going to be either taken away from them or just, added to, if it's something good, if it's understanding that change and that the earth, the universe, they're all made of constant change, and holding on to things leads to stress. And so all of those things are being taken away. So there's no choice. And you as well, as a conscious leader out there in the world for the sacred mission constantly, watch out, because whatever it is that is not in alignment with your highest truth, with your deepest truth, Scorpio and Capricorn. For me, this is a preparation on a Saturn-Pluto conjunction on the 20th of January 2020. We could say a lot about the numerology there, but, just that is a preparation. Scorpio's intensity. So we're going to feel in the deepest of our deepest what is going on with all structures, government, but, buildings, all systems, traditions of people, cultures, they all need to change, and they all need to go into the underworld. And what's even more is, I think this is very interesting, that right then, with that new moon, 3 days after, on Thursday, Mercury is already stopping. So our minds, we're in a sense, I see this as a freeze, as a brain freeze. Scorpio and Mercury there in Scorpio is just like, it's discovering scary shit. It's discovering pretty like truths that it said like, fuck, I didn't even know that was possible, man. And Mercury's gonna stop and go retrograde right on Venus. So, your relationships, they have to be bluntly honest and just completely exposed, if you will. Mercury retrograde is just all about brain freeze, shit, and the Venus is like is just forcing, in a sense, to feel, to expose. Because of that Uranus opposition to the new moon, this is where all these things are just like, the stinginess and the explosion. That's how intense. You just need to, okay, this is the image that I want to paint for you. Is just imagine yourself, being surrounded by a big land of mines, with the landmines, okay? And if that wasn't even enough, there's scorpions all over the field. So now you have to avoid the scorpions, and you got to watch out as well, because you know there are landmines here. So wherever you put your foot, it's either getting stung or it's just a leg gone. Death or gone. Like, I don't know about you, but you got to be very fucking lucky to get through that field and make it alive. And I think that, well, there's just no option then to tend to, I think, stay and look as to where are these freaking scorpions, and maybe if I can just stay, Mercury stays and has to analyze, like, shit, how did I get into this mess? And what am I able to do right now? And the Venus and Scorpio is just like, fucking feel the pain. Feel the shit that you and your country made, that you and everyone on earth is responsible. Atonement. We are all one mind, and see how we're responsible for this mess. That's what that Uranus in Taurus, opposite the new moon, and then that Mercury retrograde, with Pluto then in Capricorn and Saturn almost conjuncting it, is all about. And that's not even, I don't even want to know what the hell the chart is for the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, but it's just definitely going to be a lot tougher than that scorpions and landmines everywhere. So, I think, I don't know what the strategy is, man. Like, I'm in this mess together with you. But I do think there's some positive things happening at the same time as well. As that Mercury stops square or sesquiquadrat nodes, this is where we don't even know, we feel, and we have to rethink whatever, things that are being exposed and that have been exposed. I know, for instance, man, like every time this freaking Mercury retrograde goes, I don't know why, but my car get towed. So there's something interesting for me to learn a lesson from. I'll leave in the middle what that is, but just things like these, you just got to pay attention to whatever is happening in your life right now. That is like, what the fuck is going on? Like these random events just all of a sudden appear. It's like, you don't know how to make sense of this. Well, it's a message. It's a big message. And I think that's what we need to analyze whilst these scorpions are trying to sting us, and we're like you're in a land full of landmines. Now the positive thing, well, let me throw another, thing in there, is that Mars in Libra which is not, it's not having fun, and it's waiting until it can go into Scorpio, which is, think about it, what is that, 2-3 weeks away from now. So it is like, it's hanging in there, but it's just like, fucking hell. Now it has to square Saturn and Pluto. And to be honest, this is where you're being asked, like, can you deal with that pressure? And whilst you're in that landmine, whilst you're with these Scorpions, you're having all these, you're having these people telling you what to do. Like, you don't go there. I'm telling you, you need to take a step to the left right now. And this is where you just like, hold on. I don't want to pay freaking attention to you guys anymore. Like, I've done this enough. I got to do my own shit here. And, Mars in Libra just takes too much care of other people. It just like acts like that, but just needs to learn in a sense too that, come on, just fight for yourself, but fight also for how can we, maybe you're in there with other people and you need to get out there together. And, Saturn is like the people standing around you and just like, just telling you what to do. So you need to come up with a strategy together. And how can you together reign over those people that stand around you and just saying what to do? You know what I'm saying? So this is where you take ownership of not only yourself, but also look at how can we put this strategy together, and to not be overthrown by that authority, but to be not just any authority. It can be your father, it can be God, I don't know, but like God in the sense that thinking that, the religious God and that, that you're being punished and all that stuff, just like that self-talk, or government or police or whatever, because Scorpio is police. So be careful for authorities, police, you lay low in that sense. Do not fight with police, or you gonna get a fine for sure. But Mars is just having a tough time. But on a bright note, okay, I think Venus comes into Sagittarius on Friday, and then that moon as well already came into Sagittarius on Wednesday. So that's why I kind of like that new moon in Scorpio, because at least yes, we're in the dark, and these relationships are very intense, and we need to look at who's truthful, who's honest. I think we're gathering the people around here. Right now is a time for you. Part of your sacred mission this week is to gather and look at when I'm in the deepest of shit, who can I count on? Who's truthful here with me, and who is my alliance? I think that is a big one. And then when that moon hits Sagittarius, at least like we're feeling a little bit like stress relief, means Jupiter is there. And what's even better, Venus enters Sagittarius on Friday. And then that's sweet. There's some sweetness. I think the universe is giving us the tiny break I think we can use with Mars and Libra and all that Scorpio and all that, Capricorn, Pluto, Saturn, and all that nodes shit. We're having a tough time. But that Venus is going to be there a month. And I use that because Venus and Jupiter in its home sign, that's sweet. Now we can see the future, and all those people that you've gathered, and who's truthful, here's who's nice, who's good. When Venus enters Jupiter, this Sagittarius with Jupiter there, this is about seeing, okay, I know who is my alliance here. I know who I can count on. I know, let's see, where can we go together? You and I, and all those people, that community. Where can we go? Come on. What is possible here? How far can we get this done? And then obviously that moon hits Capricorn, so there's some toughness to that on Saturday and Sunday. But I think we're having our tough bit. So anyway, that's it for this week, and I just want to show you these cards. The intention for today is for this week, Sacred Mission is Power of Attraction. The Sacred Rebel cards here by Alana Fairchild, and I think the Power of Attraction is all about understanding that Scorpio is attraction, is desire. It's about sex. you know, and it's about merging. But as I said, it's about understanding who is truthful here in my environment. And, you know, are you truthful? Are you all right? And you know, being together in that shit, what shit are you attracting? And where can you get out of? I think it's about attracting the people who you want to make that alliance with, to fight for justice this week. Fight for justice. Where are you? Well, not in your justice. Where are authorities, other people, you know, that have power over you, pushing you to your limits? And I think, you know, the angel guidance is mediumship. Mediumship obviously, you know, requires some training and requires to be in tune with yourself. So I think it's possible with that Scorpio energy. Scorpio is very deep. It's deep shit. It's emotional. So I don't know, man. Like maybe, you know, like this month and this week even, you know, because we're having a new moon and power of attraction, the new moon is there, and maybe you need to attract something and you're going to get some messages. That's what mediumship is all about. Some, you know, maybe you're good in this. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're new. Maybe you don't believe in it. I don't know. But I think you're going to have to pay a lot of attention to the message that you're going to get, because it's a powerful time. Scorpio is about the underworld, and you're going to get some crazy messages. You're going to see some weird shit. You know, it's crazy times. And hold on there until Friday. Friday, you're going to feel really when Venus hits Sagittarius, like, you know, and even Wednesday already with that moon in Sagittarius. So, but tune into your senses, and who knows what kind of message you get. And that's how you attract whatever you want in your life, and use that moon. So that's the sacred mission of the week, to integrate spirit, light, and love, because boy, oh boy, does this earth need spirit. It's time to take this serious, and not with the seriousness of like force and like you have to be serious, but with light, with love, with joy, with fun, you know, and to make sure that we as earth warriors, conscious leaders, same term, get some light and get some spirit, even if it's like through art, through playfulness, through music, but also making aware, and sometimes using a little bit of thunder, using a little bit of lightning to make people realize, like, come on, it's time to get the fuck going. If you're not going to be the thunder and lightning, trust me, Uranus in Taurus, opposite that new moon, and it will be. People will have to wake up. I think this is a wake-up call, man. It's going to be people who you never believed of that were going to make it, or that are like going to wake up, are going to fucking wake up. That's the beautiful of this all. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be beautiful, but they're going to realize, shit, I was not doing the right things here. And then you are there to help them. And that's my hope for you. That's my hope for this world. I want to thank you so much, the Leo Mystic. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and spread the word. Go and get some light and spirit to the world. Much love. Thank you so much, the Leo Mystic. Peace.